Greetings and/or salutation, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Webb's Rarities. I know it's been quite a while since I last posted, and as one of my friends pointed out at the end of my last blog posting, that a video would be up shortly. And evidently, it's been a long time since that post. So from this point forward, I'm just going to say I'll put out videos whenever I'm able and whenever my body will allow me. And we'll get into what today's video is about, which is basically just a recap of the world's events, a recap of the events in my world, and whatever else my head can come up with that I can ramble about. So as we are in the midst of our 30-second lockdown and 54th year of COVID, or however long it's been, and I can sit here and say that, frankly, I'm getting very sick and tired of it. And I know people talk about the vaccines, and that's a positive, no doubt, but you see the numbers continuously going up, and Ford coming out talking about police stopping people, and which I see to a point is a positive, but then you run the risk of all sorts of different things happening. And if this video is not nearly as upbeat or as positive as my others, I do apologize, but my brain has just been fried at the lack of logic, the lack of transparency, and just frankly how all of this has been handled. If we had handled all of this properly in the beginning and listened to the scientists and the proper authorities, we'd be a lot better off than we are right now, instead of just haphazardly slapping things together randomly and hoping the numbers will go down and hoping something will stick. Because evidently it's not working. And for people like myself, whose body decided to break down at a very inappropriate time, before this lockdown occurred, I was supposed to have undergone surgery on my left hip to repair a torn labrum and an impinged joint. And it looked like we were making progress on coming up with a date and finding a time to do it. Then the lockdown occurs, and I'm left in the lurch again. And I understand people mean well when they tell me, oh, the surgery will happen after the lockdown, and things will be okay, things will be fine. I'm sorry, I can't sit here and believe that, to be honest. Because the evidence I'm seeing, it doesn't belie that fact. And as the old saying goes, I'm in pain right now. It's difficult for me to sit here for another month or however long we're in lockdown now and just wait. Because it's not going to happen right after the lockdown ends, because they have to catch up on all the other surgeries that have been canceled. And I have not told many people what's been going on because I find now a lot of people are placating. And frankly, I just don't need that right now. I need somebody to basically just say it sucks. Because it does. I've had my agencies provide service for the PSWs. They've heard about my difficulty with eating and swallowing, and a few of them have talked about a feeding tube. And that's not something that at my age or at this point in my life, I'd ever have to think I'd have to consider. I thought years down the road that would be a possibility. Like, my brain has had to get used to the fact that I'm now using a wheelchair around my condo because my walking has become a struggle and falling has become a struggle. So my brain's having to get used to all of these changes in a very short amount of time. And it feels like you're endlessly grieving, but you're not being able to grieve properly. Because when it feels like you're finished grieving one thing, or something else pops up out of the blue. It's that old saying of, if it's not one thing, it's literally another. And it's very frustrating. And I know many of my friends, I do tell these things to, but some people I don't, because I don't want them to worry. But at the same time, I also just don't like to admit it to myself, honestly. I like to still think that things are okay, but evidence shows that they're not really. But I still hope that with these videos that I am inspiring some people out there to keep going. And I hope that I'm still inspiring somebody to persevere through life's struggles. And if I'm able to do that, then I think I consider these videos a success. Because if I can, and I want people to know as well that these last couple videos have been very somber, yes. But I don't want you to worry about my state of mind or anything like that. My state of mind is still as nutty as ever. I'm okay. I think the best way to put it is I'm just frustrated at what's going on in the world, and I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I think that's the best place to leave that. My friend also mentioned about recapping the moves the Blue Jays made and predicting their season outcome. And I know the season started already, but overall I think the Blue Jays made some very good moves this year, and they're doing pretty well. I know that's it's a very weird segue from something so serious to talking about the Blue Jays and baseball. which is a topic that I'd like to talk about in future videos when I'm more of a open mind and more of a mind to talk about something like that, but I just needed to get this stuff off my chest, and I know some people have been waiting for a video, so I wanted to make sure I got one out for you guys. So again, I think I'll leave it here and say thank you very much for watching. As always, please feel free to leave a comment, a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.